What's up, everybody? Welcome to my Diablo 3 walkthrough. Okay, this is the new patch 2.2. I'll be playing in hardcore. So for this Crusader, I will be using the sweep attack. So okay, I'm gonna go through the items and stuff much later. As you know, I like action first, so I'm gonna start with Rift. If you are doing this in T6, Torment 6, you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, but to really test this build, I think it's better to start greater rifts. Of course, if you are pushing it higher, if you just want a fun build, and everything. Hey, and for your information, guys, I'm not a sweep attack Crusader. Okay, I've never done it before. Okay, this is my, it's, I would say, less than an hour. Okay, I started this sweep attack. I'm more towards shoe bashed. So okay, some tips for you guys. Okay, first of all, if you are playing solo, because I'm more of a co-op player, you see. So I realized in solo there are a few things you need to know. Means try, if you're playing solo greater risk, my advice is you need a very good. Sometimes, it's not the problem with with your Crusader build or what. Sometimes it's the rift. Okay, like this is a fairly good rift. What I mean is, it's good to have the enemies clump up to you. That's what you see. Because the main thing about this Crusader build, it's always you will be running out of wrath. And look out for ice, definitely. You see. So okay, one thing you need to observe is look at my square and triangle button. You see, so for every sweep attack you do, you have 1 second of cooldown. Okay, so this is a big tip. So try and press the square and triangle together when available. That's what I'm doing right now. Because this is, I'm gonna tell you why much later. Okay, because this will give you better survival rate. Okay, so that is the main thing. As you can see, why sometimes you can't tank, you can't do this, you can't do that, because it takes some practice, seriously, because I was having a little bit of problem too. But try and, this is how I configure my Crusader. Try and press the square and triangle button, okay, together. Okay, so the square is actually your iron skin, and the triangle, it's I believe it's supposed to be the loss. Okay, as I said, this is very bad. If, like, you see, what I mean by bad is, like, okay, if you have, like, if you meet a rift, there's like only like 3 enemies, so you can't clump them up, you can't have enough wrath. So that is your problem. It's just like a little bit of luck, seriously. If you're playing solo, I mean, some, it can be 50, Greater is 50, it can be 45, but sometimes, the 50 is much easier if you were to come into a rift, a greater rift, and then, bam, you have lots of enemies, everybody's clumped up together, For this, oh man, this is pretty good, but it also can say pretty bad, because you see. So the main thing about solo, this is just my recommendation, because I seldom do solo, by the way, and I don't even know if I can. For the 6, since I'm playing for the 6, I know I shouldn't have a problem. Hopefully, I shouldn't have a problem. So that's the main tips I want to say. And your Akarat champion, everything, I will show you how I built this. Hopefully it helps. I do not know if this is the best, if you want to do it, but I know it's pretty good to me. So this is the thing that you should know. As you can see, so that is how you know, you get a better survival rate is because of how you are spamming your iron skin and lost, and do you have enough wrath to go through all this. And of course, if you face like pretty much like what am I doing right now, you see my health is depleting like hell, you know. So that's about it. That's the difference between co-op and solo. I mean, if you're playing solo, of course, you know, all this like what you're seeing right now, okay, just like what you're seeing right now, it's like, it's not good. For me, I would just, you know, if I could, I would change one of my skill to the horse, you know, I'll ride a horse and then do not care about all those like less than, you see, like this, just ignore. I would just ignore because this is solo. But if you're playing co-op, I don't do that, you know, because of course it depends. If like, because I wanted more enemies, right? Like what am I doing right now? Because if, okay, the main thing is if I have more enemies, I can generate my wrath better, so my defensive skill and everything cool down faster, and I'll survive better, you know. So that is what I'm doing in solo. Okay, but in co-op, you don't do that. Of course, you must always remember in co-op, since there are 4 players, you have to look at who is your co-op partners. Of course, if you are using, if your co-op partners are all like say monk, barbarian, or what's the other one? A paladin. Okay, same as you. Of course, you can just skip 1 or 2. Like, what am I doing right now? You know, I just skip because they can handle it. Because we are all melee fighters. You know, we can handle. But if it is a demon hunter, or maybe like a witch doctor or a wizard, do not try and skip too much, because you must understand they are also supporting characters. When supporting characters means they can do highly fair, high damage. So try and clear as much, you know, try and clear all enemies if possible, so they can come up in the front lines together with you. You know, so that's the thing you need to know about solo and co-op. You know, don't just charge right up in front. I know you can handle it. I know, you know, it's no problem and everything. But just don't do it, because try and stick together. You know, so you all can complete it together. You know, because they also add an additional force or, you know, damage. You know, like this, I will just skip it. If this solo, definitely. But in co-op, you can see some of my videos later. I will always like try and clear, although there's 1 or 2, because it might be very difficult. You know. So if you are doing, if this build is just for like T6 run, you know, you just want a fun build, T6 run, and you are doing low risk, like 30 plus, 40 plus, like what am I doing? Go ahead. You know, you can change. Go for more damage and everything. But if you are doing 50 and above, GV 50 and above, survival is the key. Okay, you don't need big damage. You know, it's pointless to me if like you're doing like, you know, 5 billion, 10 billion or whatever. You know, but you know, you can't even tank. You are like a demon hunter. You have, you know, stay at the back or wait until, you know, your Akarat champion cool down, and then you can start to tank. It's not good. But this is my recommendation, you know. So as I say, just this is a little tips, you know, if you are doing greater risk, and of course. And rifts, it's, you know, you can have a very good, you know, you can have a very good G-Rift, you know, you can do it fairly good. But at the end, it all depends. It also depends a lot on later on what is the Rift Guardian. If it is something that, you know, which is cruel, you know, this game treats you cruelly, you know, it gives you a bad Rift Guardian. That's it, you're gonna ruin your run. Of course, if you can have a good Rift, and then you can have a easy Rift Guardian. Oh, okay. You know. So that's about it, you know, about the sweep attack. And sweep attack, this Crusader, I can tell you, I've used this build less than 3 times. Okay, 3 times. I'm no joke. This is maybe my 3rd or 2nd. Okay, the main thing I'm doing this, it's because I found the golden fleeced weapon, which is needed, and the nice shoe. You know, since I've got it, you know, for some reasons I do not know why. I'm not farming from it, by the way. It just, you know, dropped from other Grift, and since I got it, why not? I'll just start it up. But I'm not gonna use this seriously. But it's good if it is for solo. I believe it's much better, you know, if you're playing solo. But for co-op, you can use it too. But it is more towards of how you prefer the build. But come on, man, shoe bash is, you know, if you are playing Diablo 2 classics, shoe bash is actually charging, you know, you're like the paladin, you know, when you charge. So that is, you know, in D2 classics, I was a charging zealot, man. So the funny thing about this, it's since 2.2, right? You still remember previous patch? Can you guys remember if we were to drop an ancient Roland? What do we do? Ah, come on! I don't want a Roland set. I want the Arkham set. You know, give me an Arkham set. You know, now if you were to get an Arkham's, you know, a very good Arkham's ancient set, you were like, what the hell? Give me a Roland. I mean, that's why 2.2 is great, because it really gives us a better play. You know, it's not better play. It's like, oh, we can now you know, you see, we can do sweep attack or shoe bash for 2.2. You know, that's the good thing about Diablo. You know, why it's so addictive. You know, and do not forget, I'm playing in hardcore, so some of the skills, which I'll talk later, I might not use it, or what, you can change. Because if you're playing softcore, always remember this: if you're playing softcore, dying, it's no problem. You know, just laugh when you die. You just laugh about it, you know, and come back later and kill. But hardcore, do not do that. This is a tip, guys. If you're playing hardcore, and especially if you are going for high greater risk, as long as, of course, hopefully you're not hosting. You know, if you're not hosting, just get out of the game. Trust me, okay? Get out of the game and then come back later. Come back, just exit out of the game and then come back immediately. If you're playing Grift, don't die, guys. Don't die. Of course, if you're playing legit, okay? Of course, if you die, you know, for some reasons, oh, you can always back up your save data, you know, so you won't lose your weapon. Because if you're playing hardcore, we know what's the pain. Okay, it's not a character. Getting to 70, it's, you know, less than 10 minutes. We all know, if you have friends and everything. But you lose all of your items. So that is a pain, I tell you. And especially if they are all, most of them are your desired weapons or ancients, you do not want that. So just exit out, come back later. You know. Of course, you're not hosting. Of course, if you're hosting, I think you better chill out somewhere or what. You know, we can't be perfect. You know, just and slowly push yourself to greater risk. Of course, if you're doing, you know, you like challenge. You know, because if you want challenge and everything, try and do 30 plus rift shouldn't be a problem for you. So you can test yourself and then slowly proceed. Try and get to 42, 41, and 43, 45, 48. Slowly. Then when you reach 50, then go slow, like 50, 51, 52. You know, slowly progress on. Because rifts, you can do. Trust me, you can do 53 rifts if it is like a good rift for you and a good rift guardian at the end. So, oh, you thought, okay, 53 was easy. You know, yes, because, you know, but sometimes a 49 G rift, if it is a bad G rift and a bad G, and it's a bad rift guardian, you're gonna have a lot of trouble, trust me. So even 49 is much harder than the 53 you have completed. So it's not your fault, trust me, because I've been through it, so I can tell you that, you know. So it's not your Crusader build is wrong or what happened, or you have bad co-op partner. No, it's not. It's because it's just luck. And of course, you have to do it right. You know, your iron skin, your loss, your shield glare, and even when you were to do, because for sweep attack, I realized you might not need the shield glare. Okay, because my rough it's pretty decent. I find that, you know, once for sweep attack, as long as you have 5 enemies and above, 4 or 5 enemies and above. No, I don't think I can complete it. You know, this is I would say this is a bad Rift Guardian. Okay, it's not good, but you will know why later. I find that this is no problem for me. Okay, because of something. Okay, which I'll tell you much later. But this is a bad Rift Guardian. Okay, but it's okay because this Rift Guardian can never hurt me. Okay, and it's pretty good because, you know, for this Rift Guardian, if I have shield glare, right, or no, you don't need the sweep, you don't need the shield glare actually, because your sweep attack is always, you know, always attacking enemies, so you will always be, you know, your rough is always up. So this is a pretty good Rift Guardian. Of course, it's because of one item that I have it, but if you do not, this is going to be a pain, I tell you. You know, so I did not complete this, as you can see, because I sucks and everything. And this is just a little walkthrough. You know, if I were to do it in T6 or lower grade, you will see the wonders of this. But I'm in 45, 46, 47, 48. You know, this Crusader you can see. Because I'm playing hardcore, I really do not want to lose this build. Seriously, because I'm playing hardcore, I do not want to lose all my items, you know, if I die or what, or I'm pushing too hard. But I know 45, 46, it's no problem for my Crusader. You know, the damage for sweep attack is not huge. You know, or maybe I'm playing it wrong, because as I said, if you are a sweep attack Crusader, trust me, I played this less than 3 times using my golden pleas, okay, less than 3 times. So of course you're better than me, or maybe I like, you know, even my skills are wrong. But this is what, you know, I'm doing. I'm just showing, you know, because I really do not want to show T6, you know, T6 Rift or a lower Rift, because, you know, there's nothing much to see, because you will never get hurt. You know, nothing can kill you. I mean, it's pretty boring. You know, and of course I'm not gonna jump to a greater Rift 50, you know, because 50, it's, of course, everything is very hard for me. You know, so hopefully, you know,
not yet.
Well, I think, yeah. Oh, it's because of the dagger that my followers has equipped. So that's why you can see once the Rift Guardian drops to 20% health, he will just freeze there, which is very good. You have to, I think it's a must-have. I don't know if it's a must-have or what, but it's pretty good to me. If you're playing solo, of course, so you want to equip that on your followers. And of course, for followers, it's better to get Template, because for Template, the only thing that Template do is he can heal you, which is good, and regen of the resources, you know. And because I sucks, I can't complete the Rift in time. I can only level up my gems, and 46, trust me, I have nothing to level up. I need at least 54, 55 G-Rift to really do something, because everything, it's even 54, 55, I'm getting like what, 1%, 8%, you know, 15%. It's so low, you know. So I'm just gonna upgrade all my unnecessary gems, which I, you know, don't need it, since it's 100%, you know. So I'm gonna go through the setup and everything. So what, let me see, where do I start? Okay, let's start from So let's see, 46. Yep.
I need to go back.
Okay, let me gather the items and everything then. No, I think I'm good. Okay, let's go with the followers first. Yeah, this is the dagger that you need. Try and put more damage on it, because the critical damage to me, it doesn't matter because he don't have critical hit chance. It's too low. So this is what I do. You know, I socket a red gem, so to get more damage, and of course the shield too. You know, get more extra strength. The rings, just, you know, do whatever you want. You know, for the rings, of course, go if you want the this amulet. It's okay, this sucks because I'm using a 41 and I don't even know it. Of course, the most important thing is get your followers cannot die and everything. Paragon's lever. Okay, this is what I do. Strength, vitality first, the movement, then go for movement speed. Okay, this, okay, cooldown first. Okay, first is the cooldown reduction you need first, then critical hit, chance of damage, last of course attack speed. Nah, don't look at it, resist all first, definitely. For this, resources cost first, then life on hit, then area damaged, and of course the gold fine for your paragon. Paragon helps a lot. Okay, for the skill sets, sweep attack. Okay, for this, it's okay, this you can stun enemy. If you use this sweep attack, can stun enemy. Okay, but it's pretty good because I set it up with my braces. Okay, but this is also pretty good because you are lacking holy damage, which I'll explain to you why. It's pretty good if you use that skill too. It depends on you know. So just remember sweep attack, these two skills. Okay, so gathering sweep or trip attack, trip shot. Okay, for this, of course, this is your main. Of course, shield glare, definitely zealot glare, because every time you will each enemy you would glare them, you will give you 9 wrath each. That's why it says 4 and above. Okay, loss of valor, because if you use this unstoppable force, once you tap on it, 50% reduction of all your skills. Okay, loss of valor, just remember this. This is the thing you should go for. Of course, if you need more resistance, justice, decaying strength, or dist. Dist will brings up your armor. Okay, but if you're demon hunter, mage, you know, all this, go for decaying strength because you get lower damage. It's much better than boosting up your armor. Of course, you're playing core. Iron skin, okay, definitely increase your duration because it brings up to 7 seconds, which is huge. Okay, 50% reduction. That's surviving in greater risks. For the Akarat champion, go for profit, okay, because it will give you 150 times more armor. You know, for this I use punish because of, you know, this is like a generator. I should switch this for the horse. You know, you get the horse is much better because I have no escaping plan. You know, if you're doing greater risks, it's pretty bad. Okay, for the passive, okay, definitely, you know, indestructible hardcore, you need this. Don't switch out for this. Okay, this is too important. Okay, you can switch out for your finery. Okay, you can switch out for finery to long arms of law. Okay, refinery and this. Okay, these two you can opt for it. Okay, you can take vigilance or you can take long arm of laws. It means extra 5 seconds of duration. Okay, these two. So indestructible and heavenly strength do not take out. This is a must-have because you're using a two-handed weapon. But for these two, you know, do whatever you think it's variable for you. Okay, this is good because, as I do mention, why? Because you can heal. If you are doing holy damage, you can have 1% of your life back once you hit on an enemy. So that's why it says the sweep attack. You know, you see, sweep attack, go for this gathering sweep because you are healing yourself, you know. But it's again plus and minus, you know, which I should use this seriously, but because I'm doing that because of my braces. And of course for the weapons, definitely you need golden fleece. That's why it's good, because you know, I got an ancients and it's pretty good. 6 rough. That's why I'm using. Rolands, definitely. This is a full set of Rolands, so you know, all is Rolands, all ancients by the way. All my Rolands are ancients. So that's, you know, pretty good. It's a good. Okay, for the rings, I'm using the focus and restraint, F and R. Okay, so for the gems, I'm using Tekarat. Okay, Tekarat. Okay, this it's pretty good. Okay, you can switch out Tekarat, but to me it's good because it gives you defense and it gives you attack. You know, but of course you have to stack them up. You know, if your Tekarat is high level like me, it's pretty good because you have defense and offense. You know, but you can switch this out. Okay, this is important, you know, because you are always, it depends on you. And Mara, this is the one because I'm immune to poison. That's why it says just now the Rift Guardian can never ever hurt me. I mean, this is good. Of course, if you do not find a good Maras, go ahead and take your Hellfire ring, your Hellfire amulet, sorry. Okay, for my braces, I'm definitely using this Ancients, because this gives you reduction. Once the enemy, each enemy you stun, it gives you 11%. So if you are using sweep attack, go for this. You know, go for this braces because it gives you 11% or 12%. Shield, you definitely denounce the end. Again, I have the ancients. I'm not farming for them seriously. It's just drop. You know. So denounce and sweep attack and golden fleece, sorry, it's a must because they now give you the damage and everything. So use nothing but this, and then Stagrat, okay, and then let me see what. Okay, that's about it. You know, strings of years. This, it's of course if you want strings of years, it's very good. Okay, because of the melee, 27%. You know, of course if you want more damage, you can even look at the other belt as you see. If you want to have more damage, but trust me, I think survival rate is much more better, so I pick the string of years. So that's about it, my Crusader build for sweep attack. I hope it really helps you all, but this is the way I set it up, you know, and everything. And oh, remember, I'll explain it much later. So that's it. As I said, everything is ancient. Hope you have luck finding them. This is the new 2.2 new potion. So just want to let you guys see. And I think that's about it for my walkthrough for the sweep attack Crusader. Because you guys are gonna do better than me, definitely. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and good luck in farming all those legendaries and of course ancients. Actually, we do not need ancients anymore. Sorry, we don't need legendaries anymore. We want ancients. So good luck, guys. Take care.